Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the installment of Scott's Selections here for Wednesday, March 17th. Before getting today's play of the day, quick recap of what happened yesterday. We're going to pick up a nice winner with the Hawks minus 7.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Line climbed to around 9.5 or so. Didn't really matter. Atlanta ended up winning the game by 12. Got a bit dicey. Atlanta looked like it was going to cruise to a 30-point victory with a double-digit lead at halftime. Fell apart in the third quarter, but rallied in the fourth, ended up winning the game by double digits. So a nice winner there, and hopefully we'll get another winner on Wednesday. However, before we get into the play of the day, quick announcement. I'm sure some of you can tell that the audio and the video quality are a little bit different in this video. It's because I ended up getting a new computer. So I still have the other laptop. It still works. I just thought it was time for an upgrade. However, I am kind of curious from all of you if you actually think that the camera's better and the audio is better or worse. Whether or not, let me know. Because if it is bad, I could simply just go back to the other computer and this will be a one-off. But either way, let me know because I'm curious what you think, if this quality is better or worse. And just let me know down below in the comment section. And if it's bad, then this is the only time you'll probably ever see this camera being used. But either way, for today's play of the day on Wednesday, we're going to be looking at the NBA. It's going to be on a matchup between two Eastern Conference teams. It's going to be between the Boston Celtics and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And we're going to be taking the road favorite here in the Celtics, -9 and -110 on FanDuel. A time recording of 12:48 a.m. Eastern time. Couple reasons why I like the Celtics in this spot. First of all, Boston has won 5 of its last 7 games. Cleveland has lost 4 in a row. So these two teams have been heading in opposite directions. Both these teams did play yesterday, so fatigue should be pretty even on both sides. I don't think that will play much of a factor. But Cleveland, since the All-Star break, I'm about 90% sure that this team is tanking. If you look at how this team has performed since the All-Star break, this team has lost each of its last 3 games by at least 15 points. So this team's been getting killed. Lost to Miami by 15 yesterday. Only scored about 80 points against the Pelicans. This team has not scored 100 points since the All-Star break in 3 games, which is completely embarrassing in today's NBA. But you look at what Cleveland's doing. You have Drummond, who hasn't played in about a month, even though he's healthy. They decided to not use him. Kevin Love came back for about a game and a half, played 12 combined minutes, didn't play yesterday with a calf injury, so he's a complete non-factor. You go through the actual lineup on this team, it's a disaster. You go through who's projected to start. You have Sexton, you have Garland, you have Okoro, you have Nance Jr., and you have Jared Allen. That's simply just not a good enough starting lineup, and that's why this team has fallen apart and why this team is probably going to end up with a bottom 3 pick, or a bottom 3 record in the league, which should lead to a top 3 pick. But looking at the efficiency numbers for both teams, Boston ranks 13th in offensive efficiency. Cleveland is dead last, ranks 30th. Boston also ranks tied for 18th in defense efficiency. Cleveland ranks 24th, and Boston's also better at rebounding, ranks in 9th in rebounding rate, and Cleveland ranks 16th. Plus, Cleveland has a little bit of drama going on the side. Colin Sexton, the star point guard, or point guard, shooting guard, really depends on how you want to divide him and Garland up. But either way, Colin Sexton liked the tweet about a day ago calling Kevin Love's $120 million contract, quote, the heist of the century. So I don't exactly think that chemistry is too strong between all these players right now, especially in a losing culture with a team that's probably going to fall apart over the next couple of weeks towards the rest of the season. But Boston also enters this game off of a disappointing loss to Utah yesterday. Ended up making it a little bit close at the end, but lost at home by 8. So now you have an angry Celtics team traveling on the road to face off against the bottom feeder that definitely looks like it is punting the second half of the season. I think this game gets ugly. I think Boston should be motivated to get back on track against a weak team, and I think the Celtics should take care of business and win this game by double digits. And this one should probably continue to climb. I know that Boston, after a loss, some people might be scared to take them, but Cleveland has shown absolutely nothing on both sides of the ball for the last couple of games. And Boston still has Tatum, still has Brown. I don't think that anyone in Cleveland can guard them. And Boston's better on offense, defense, and rebounding. So I just think that Cleveland will probably fold at halftime if this game gets a little bit ugly early on. But the play of the day, once again, here for Wednesday, March 17th, is going to be on the Celtics, -9 and -110 on FanDuel. That's been Solomon Scott talking. Go to all of you and respect the best today. Bye, everyone.